Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Namastасмై Bhagavate Krishnaya Kunఠमेधसे Radhadhar Sudha Sindho Namo Nitya Viharine Radham Krishna Sarupavai Krishnam Radha Sarupinam Kalatmanam Nikunjastham Guru Rupam Sada Bhaje Srimate Sarva Vidyanam Prabhavaye Subramane Acharyaye Munindraye Nimbarkaye Namo Namaha Vanchakalpastarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhavevacha Patitananam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Krishna Rupa Sri Radhike Radhe Rupa Sri Shyam दर्शन को यह दोई है एक ही सुख धाम राधे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्ण राधे 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 श्याम 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 राधे जय जय श्री राधे श्याम श्री राधे श्याम नारद भक्ति सूत्र and Sutra number 38. Mukhya tastu mahatkrapyeva bhagavat kripaleshadva. So, bhakti, last time we were discussing that our goal is to connect with Bhagavat Prapti, embodying the quality that connect with each and every one, adoring our attraction towards of qualities that is harmonious fame, brings each and every one into the state of joy. Now this sutra referred to Mahapurush. In order for us to do the bhakti, we need an association or kripa of Mahapurush. And what is Mahapurush? So we learned Prakriti and Purusha. So Prakriti forms wonderful body. You see, each cells becomes a part of, each cells becomes a tissue, and each tissue becomes a part of organ. And then organ has a organization with each other. They coordinate with each other. And that coordination then arises our subtle body, which we call Man, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. Mind, intellect, Chitta, which is the imprints of our memories, and ahankar is our identity. So after having a whole organization of your body, the nature-based existence, you still need to go towards a purusha. The purusha means your awareness-based existence, not the male or female part. The purusha means awareness that actually can bring you more than your bodily existence. So Mahapurush. So what is the purusha does? With our identity, with our knowledge, with our experiences, with our memories, and with our intellect, we are able to have this idea. Like a child doesn't know when to drink and how to eat and how to sleep. The parents are taking care of it. So once the awareness develops in the child, then we begin to do that to ourselves. So when you feel hungry, you go for food. When you feel thirsty, you go for water. When you feel cold, you go towards a warm place. When you feel hot, you go towards a cold place. So that is your awareness, what we call Purusha. And what Narada Muni is suggesting, Mahapurush. Mahapurush, so what is the Mahapurush symptoms? And how we can actually recognize what is Mahapurush? Is the Mahapurush someone comes from different planet? Or can that Mahapurush be achieved with certain practices? So first of all, we need to learn what is Mahapurush. Mahapurush, just like a singular person, living being, thinks about their self. If there is a personality who thinks about each and every one, the children have different needs, males have different needs, females have different needs, seniors have different needs, people with different conditions have different needs. When one actually can think how to cater to each and every one without any conditions, that thought is Mahapurush thoughts. That awareness is Mahapurush awareness. You know, it is easy to build your house because your body would like to have a house. But wouldn't it be nice to have a living room of Vishuddha Prem, unconditional joy, where each and everyone can come and create joy? You see, Mahapurush. So the Mahapurush dogmatically learning, you will think only certain gurus are Mahapurush, certain personality, they may have come from different planet, are Mahapurush. But here Narada Muni is giving us a guidance how we can acknowledge what Mahapurush is and how each individual can work towards of it. You see, when you cook, and you cook for those who is going to come today without having a business, without charging money, right? The natural awareness will make you charge, which is also okay. But it will be exclusive to only certain people who can afford that food. But what about the thought that cooks and does not condition and says anyone that comes, that service is going to go for each and everyone? So you see, that is the symptoms of Mahapurush. So how to actually go towards a Mahapurush? So as we speak, Mano Buddhi Chitta Ahankar. You see, we have these four concepts: mind, intellect, Chit means imprints of our memories, and Ahankar means your identity. These four things we naturally develops in our awareness. And when we are naturally getting that awareness, that only cater to our this body. So what happened? We are not able to connect to each and everyone. So now we need to learn a practice that can brings us into the consciousness that it will become a natural self of yours. When someone is thirsty, you're going to go and get a water. Or if you are not getting the water, you are already arranging the water before even people come. You're going to create a place sanctify place, clean place. You're going to create a space where people can sing and dance. You can actually be able to welcome each and everyone that they are your family instead of a stranger. So those four aspects of our existence, mana. So most of the time, we recognize ourselves with our mind. And we trust our mind so much that we think that that's the only mind is important mind. But if you ever want to witness your mind's behavior when you are sleeping, on that time what happened, your senses are no longer active and your intellect, your buddhi, is also not present. Mind is free on that time. When you dream, you can see the behavior of your mind. Sometimes that mind becomes fearful. Sometimes that mind creates a certain other personality in different shapes. Sometimes that mind is creating winning the lottery. All those kind of behaviors of the mind is happening. And remember, that mind is vulnerable because it does not have a support of your intellect and it does not have a support of your identity either. So the wandering mind, the mind in the dream, when wakes up, and the dream mind believes whatever is happening is true. That's how the mind also vulnerable. Sometimes somebody tells you, okay, do this prayer this many times, and you will get, your salary will increase. And then people are doing those kind of prayers over and over for their salary to increase. Sometimes people will tell them like, okay, go and do this kind of ritual. You will win a lottery. So then they go and do those kind of rituals. That's how awakened mind become a vulnerable. Without learning and without understanding your mind becomes a very much in trouble so many times. And we need to learn how to actually bring our mind into the focus so the mind becomes our friend instead of mind becomes our enemy. You see, once you begin to observe the behavior of your mind, you would like to find a remedy that can actually guide the mind, and what that remedy will be wonderful to know about it. So the mind in the dream is without the intellect, but when mind is awakened, takes the help of the intellect, buddhi. When the mind in the awake situation takes the help of the intellect, it sometimes get happy, sometimes it get distressed. It's still in the vulnerable situation. So we suggest that your precious mind, source of your happiness, allow your mind to be taking a ride with mantra. All the sages and all the rishis and all the acharyas, all the bhaktas have suggested, do not let your mind wander without a mantra. And mantra also has to be something that you can connect to the intention of it. Somebody tells you, okay, take a fever medicine. And if you don't know what ingredient it's in that fever medicine, and you take it without knowing it, it may even harm you. So since we don't know, we actually ask the doctor to prescribe us. Can you please prescribe? The person who knows about the ingredient, we take that help, so that our intellect. So mantra's intention, either you learn about the intention or you approach the guru or the bhaktas that is practicing that mantra. What is the intention of the mantra? So when we sing our Yugal Mahamantra, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Shyam, Shyam Shyam, Radhe Radhe. What is the intention of that mantra? The Radhe is the deity of unconditional love, Vishuddha Prem. Sri Krishna, the deity of humility. And Shyam, the relationship of Radha Krishna together, the deity of harmony. So what is our intention is that individually we would like to be in the posture of humility. And humility is not a word, it is an action. So what does that means? That you're going to spend your entire day to clean, prepare for cooking, prepare for people to arrive, and share whatever you have best in your service. So after offering to Radharani, it becomes a prashadam. It is you are no longer honored. So when you are meditating on the mantra, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Shyam, Shyam Shyam, Radhe Radhe. What is going to happen to you? First of all, the mind that used to wander by itself is now you are aware of the behavior of your mind. And it is yogically directed. It is focused towards of humility, harmony, and unconditional love. So individually, it's going to mold you as a wonderful human being, and collectively, it will bring you into the harmony of each and every one for the purpose of cultivating unconditional love. So it's not only just you become enlightenment, you become a part and parcel of each and every one that is able to experience the true joy. And we are all joy seeker. If you are restricting the joy, the people will avoid you and find the way to get the joy. And why not to learn what is the beautiful joy other than unconditional love? You see? So mind, when it's practicing the mantra, that mind, when you are anytime, and Narada Muni said, Nirantar, keep chanting continuously. Not too hard, not too fast, not too worried about the number of times you are chanting. But when you chant, then pay the attention to the intention of that mantra. That is all what important. So if it takes even 2 minutes for you to complete the whole Yugal Mahamantra, take that entire 2 minutes. But put your attention when you sing Radharani's name, meditate on the Radharani's lotus feet. When you sing Krishna's name, meditate on Krishna's lotus feet. You see, with that continuous singing and meditating, if you are laying down and your mind, letting your mind wander everywhere else, you start the mantra chanting. You're sitting in the kirtan, don't worry what each and every one are doing, you practice the mantra chanting. When you are eating, anytime you have opportunity, allow your mind to be connected to the mantra's intention. When the mind is completely in the association of mantra, that mind becomes the most wonderful and beautiful and attractive mind that you have now. Buddhi, intellect. You see the intellect, there's so much intelligence is available outside on Google, internet. But after reading that internet information, you still don't feel content. You don't feel that that knowledge is yours. And in fact, after learning that knowledge that is there online, you still feel short-handed. You can learn about how expensive the gold is, and you can learn how gold is the value of the gold. But if you don't have money to buy it, what is the use of that intelligence? So the intelligence comes with the direction of the guru. It's not about your external organizational intelligence, but the intelligence about your subtle body intelligence. Intelligence about how you can survive cooking for more than yourself and don't feel that you will ever get bankrupt. You see, most of the time people will say like, if I'm cooking every day, Isn't it like I'm increasing the expense of and burdening my family on that? But what happened when you cook? Like when we were growing up in Vrindavan, our mother was not just cooking for us, she is cooking for so many Babajis who will come to house, and she is going to make the chapatis for everyone. And each person who will come, they will count how many chapatis they can have, and they will only take that much chapati. And with that kind of behavior, what that does, it brings such a wonderful consciousness in your home, then people never fight. You see, if you are having a lot of time argument, disagreement, and if you just say like, we want to go to Mandir and spend few hours with the bhaktas and engage in bhakti, what it does, it begin to create your behavior that is more beautiful, and it brings the harmony without any effort. Small thing, but the outcome is much better. You either spend that money when you get a mentally distress, going to the psychiatrist and going to the counselor, or you prevent it while engaging in bhakti, because our work is not only just body or the brain. Our work is about your heart, your feeling, your joy. When there is a joy, just like when there is a sun, there is no darkness. Similarly, when there is a joy in your heart, there is no anxiety, there is no depression, there is no behavioral issue with your loved one. Everyone begins to come in the harmony. So that intelligence, that intellect, when you are hearing from Bhagavad Gita, you are hearing from Narada Bhakti Sutra, you are associating with the association of bhaktas, it begins to normalize it. It begins to make sense to you. So we want our intellect in the association of the practitioner of bhakti. Then it comes down to our chitta. Chitta is our desiring point, what we call the imprints of our past, the memories. And that is what we call bhav. And bhav, the emotions, is what actually controls you more than your intellect. If your emotions are wild, and in emotions, that's why people say, I like sometime coming to the mandir because it reminds me something I did in my childhood. Or sometimes people will say, like, I never experienced this, but it feels like I have been part of this bhakti for many lives. And where is that emotion is coming from? That's any emotion that we have, whether you go for shopping in Walmart or you go for shopping in Home Depot, those emotions are being cultivated by mood of passion into you. It is not your natural drive that like I want to go to Walmart just to walk around and buy things. And you won't be able to do it until you have money either. But the bhakti based of emotions where you are engaged in services where you're not getting paid nor you are paying anyone else. And that emotion is such a beautiful, all attractive emotions that we want to cultivate that. So how do we cultivate those kind of imprints, those kind of memories? And that is called, when you are engaged in seva, the seva engagement will cleanse you from your inside. Just do 1 hour of seva in a week. Like some of you were cooking downstairs, right? Just a 1 hour. After a month later, your spouses start going to say, like, please go and cook more there. Take a spend hour and go in Braj Mandir and do some seva. Because that's imprint, that's going to play over and over. And more you do seva, and you will notice even your dreams. So in the dream, your mind is free, and also your emotions are free there as well. Your dream you will see your relationship your mind will have with your emotions on that time. You see, you will become free from all the fears, all the side effect of the material illusion. Ahankar. Aham means self, akar means formation. We are always reminding ourselves, who am I? So sometimes people say, I'm Indian, and I'm American, I'm black, I'm white, I'm brown, I'm male and female. And these identities are so grounding that we cannot get out of that identity. We always have to use those identities. But wouldn't it be nice that we recognize our identity based on the awareness of our relationship with all rather than defining our awareness only physical? Physical awareness is there, which is wonderful. I'm not saying to actually cut that out, but wouldn't it be nice to actually have the awareness that connects to each and every one? And that is the reason why in the Vaishnava tradition, we have this initiation where you receive a name and the name has an intention. And that intention, you are either Sharana, means you have taken a shelter of that awareness, that consciousness, or you have become a servant, voluntarily servant of that consciousness, or you have become a friend of that consciousness. So instead of like reminding your physical identity, you have a bhakti-based identity. So you see, man, buddhi, chit, ahankar, mind, intellect, memories, and your identity, all four awareness based of your concept becomes a yogic. They are awareness based, they are yoga based, they are learned based awareness. Soon as you begin to practice those, where are you heading? You are heading in the association of Mahapurush. Association of Mahapurush. With the association, so a lot of time people will say, I don't have to go to that mandir. Mandir is in my heart. So then you ask, if mandir is in your heart, do you open up your doors to all your neighbors to come and eat? Do you welcome all your neighbors to come and sing? And answer is no. You are basically the same person that you slept, and you wake up in the same grouchy mood, and you are disturbing each other with that idea that mandir is in your heart. You see? Without learning, even if somebody says, I don't need to go to the doctor, that doctor is me, myself. You have a problem, I'll give you so many remedies. The day you have in trouble, like you are asking where to get this cure for that disease. Without learning, you cannot be in the state of awareness. Learning is the key, and the association makes it easy. And without the association, how can you do that? And where you find the association, where there is no differences, where there is no salary-based employments, where there is no superiority based on caste system or the gender system or the color-based, everyone just coming together in the natural harmony and engaging. Isn't that suppresses association? Wouldn't you say like, I would like to be in the association instead of being foolish, saying like, I am already complete in myself? Once you are actually practicing, you find yourself truly complete. And that's where Mahapurush begin to make sense. So the gopis, each ladies of Braj, when they engage in the sevas, they are deepest Mahapurush on this planet. When the bhaktas are coming together, a small chorus they may be doing, small chorus, but they are doing with the heart and soul, heart and atma, right? Maybe they may have certain attitudes or certain behavior that sometimes we actually get hang on to those behaviors. but they are on the path to become a simpler. When you begin to look at the bhaktas here who are coming here and doing sevas, they are the most attractive bhaktas. Most attractive. So the idea that someone from the different planet has to come, we need to erase that idea. That we need to depend on someone to come and do the miracles, we need to exit out those ideas. We need to see the beauty that is in front of us, and we need to come together and cultivate that joy. And we got the lab, cooking lab is downstairs. We got the Kirtan lab right here, the living room of Radha. And we got the bhaktas who are here, they are with the beautiful heart. We may not have money, but we definitely have so many bhaktas with the beautiful heart. So you see, man, buddhi, chitta, ahankar. When you begin to live like that, what happened to you? When you are living such a clean life, your consciousness begin to have that whatever other people are going through, you connect with them very quickly. And you begin to find the solution for their problems. And you become a natural healer for each and everyone. Genuine healer. And all the ideas that is wandering in your head, instead of going on the Googles, you will go in your heart, you will go in your kirtan, you will sit down in the kirtan, you will sit down in the satsang, and you'll find all the answer in yourself. That whatever you are looking is right here, is not outside. You see? So with that thoughts, please give a little bit more attention to bring your mind into the yoga, bring your intellect into the yoga, bring your memories in the yoga, and bring your identity in yoga of bhakti, where you will realize your true home is really here. And we need to visit more often in our heart. We need to visit more often in our feelings. And we need to cultivate those feelings based on the yoga. And when more and more we're going to do, more and more we will feel coming home. More and more we will feel complete. More and more we will become inclusive. And more we're going to serve each and everyone. So with that said, we'll give rest to today's discourse. We'll continue next week. Shri Radhe Shyam. Govinda Radhe Gopal.